Namaste yogis and welcome back to my channel. My name is Mandy and today we're going to do a nice Yin Yoga session focusing on the stomach meridian. You will need a prop today. If you have a bolster, that's great. Otherwise you can just grab some dense pillows, maybe 2 to stack. Or what I've also found works really nice is a couch pillow because they're usually quite dense. So you just want something that will be able to give you a bit of height and that will be able to support your body. Once you have that, I'll meet you back on your mat and we'll get going. We will start in supported fish pose today, so you can place the bolster or pillow lengthwise on your mat. Just bring it into the lower back and then release the upper body down onto the pillow. Want to be nice and comfortable. If it's too much on the lower back, you can just push the pillow away from you a little bit. So up the spine a little, and that will reduce the curve. Allow the arms to rest next to your side, nice and relaxed. And allow the chest to melt open. In Yin Yoga, we never take it to the maximum. We just go to that first edge where we start to feel sensation and where it still feels good. And then we remain there. We do this because we hold the poses for so long. So maybe while you're holding the pose, you feel like that edge moves, then you can intensify a little bit. But for the most part, we find that sweet spot and then we just relax down and stay there. You can close your eyes and be completely still. I will let you know once it's time to move out. Yin poses can be challenging, not only for the physical aspect, but also the fact that we stay silent in the poses for quite a while. And our minds aren't used to that. They usually want to be busy and do things. So this is not only a physical challenge, but also a bit of a mental challenge for you. Now slowly we're going to start making our way out. So come up onto the elbows, gently lift up, and we're going to move into a child's pose next. So you can place the bolster or the pillow in front of you. You don't need to use a prop here. I just like to use it because it's nice and comfy. So you bring the big toes to touch, the knees are apart as much as is comfortable for you. And then you relax the upper body down onto the pillow. You can allow the head to be to one side if you feel like it's uncomfortable coming onto the forehead. And once we're halfway through, I will let you know, and then you can change to the other cheek if you want to. So again, we allow gravity to do the work for us. We release down. If there's a very big gap between your heels and your thighs and it's uncomfortable, you can always place a pillow in between the thighs and the calves, or roll up a blanket and place it there as well. Yin Yoga, it's not only about the sensations of the body, but also of the mind and the emotions. So we practice the art of observing in Yin Yoga. Without any judgment, you want to take note of what's going on in the body, what thoughts come up for you, and what is the associated emotion. And you don't necessarily want to change it, you just want to observe and be curious. We're about halfway through now, so if you want to, you can move the head over to the other side. It won't do any damage if you don't. Just an option for you here so you feel like everything's equal. And we're slowly going to release out. Take your time, and you can place the pillows off to the side. We're going to make our way into Sphinx pose now. So lying flat on your stomach, the legs are outstretched, elbows underneath the shoulders, and the forearms parallel to each other. If you feel like it's too much on the lower back here or the back in general, you can just move the hands forward a little bit more just to reduce that curve. We won't stay here for too long. Allow yourself to relax again in this pose as well. And throughout all these poses, you're welcome to keep the eyes closed. Okay, we're going to make our way into dragon pose now. So step the left foot to the outside of the left hand and sink nice and low. Adjust until you're comfortable. If it's painful on the knee, you can just place a pillow underneath the knee or the shin, or you can even just double up on your mat so there's a bit more of a cushioning or bolster there. If there's any pressure on that bent knee, you can open the toes out to the long side of the mat. So just play around with it, find a position that is comfortable and bearable for you. This is probably one of the most challenging yin postures. So don't worry if it doesn't feel so good, if it doesn't feel completely relaxing, but it is still so beneficial. If at any point you feel like you need to release for just a moment, then you can just straighten through that left leg. So just moving back and straightening it out a little until you're comfortable again, and then you can move back into the pose. If you feel like the floor is too far away from you, then you can place your hands onto the pillow that you have. Try to find some comfort and some stillness in this pose. If this is already plenty for you, you can just stay here for another minute. Otherwise, if you want to include the quad, you can bend through that right knee and grab hold of the foot with the left hand. So quite an intense stretch here. We will only be here for a minute. And keep that nice low lunge if you are including the quad stretch. Remember, we're not pulling it in very close. We're not going all the way, only about 60% of the stretch. You can also bring your leg up a wall here if you're close to a wall. We're almost there. I know this can be intense, but it's so good. You're going to slowly let go of that leg now, release, and make your way back onto a tabletop. We will take a few rounds of cat-cow to release. So arch through the back and then round. Inhale, arch, exhale, round. 3 more. Inhale, arch, exhale, round. Inhale, arch, exhale, round. Last one. Inhale, arch, exhale, round, and come to neutral back. To the other side, stepping the right leg and the right foot to the outside of the right hand. Sink nice and low. Again, a reminder that you can place something underneath the knee or the shin. Can open up the toes of the right foot to the long side of the mat to release the knee a little bit. Find whatever works for you. Place something underneath your hands if you need more height. It's all about finding a position that works for you and that accommodates your body. And then once you've found that, allow yourself to relax into the pose and into stillness. Again, you can stay here or again include that quad stretch by bending through the left knee this time and reaching back with the right arm, grabbing hold of the foot. Remember to stay nice and low in your lunge. This can be quite intense, so just go as far as you can today. If it's too much, just move back into the previous version. Now gently and slowly let go of that foot again, and we step back into tabletop. Again, we'll do 5 rounds of cat-cow. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhale, arch. Exhale, round. Keep moving with the breath. 2 more. Inhale, arch. Exhale, round. Inhale, arch. And exhale, round. Come to neutral back. As from here, we're going to make our way into bridge pose. So you can grab hold of your bolster or your pillows again and place it on your mat. And from there, sit onto the pillows and release the shoulders down to the floor. So the pillows are around the lower back and the glutes. And you can either keep the knees bent or you can straighten out the legs. So the stretch will be deeper if you have the legs extended. It can cause a bit of pressure on the lower back though. So if you feel any discomfort, just bend through the knees. Should feel a really nice opening through the whole front of the body. If my stomach is in a knot, then I can really feel that stretch in my stomach when I do this pose, especially when the legs are extended. So again, find what is comfortable, where you feel supported, and allow yourself to relax down. We will be here for a couple of minutes. Sometimes takes a bit of adjustment in Yin Yoga until we find that right spot for the props and the position where our body feels supported. And the more you do it, the more you'll get the hang of it and you'll know where to place everything from the get-go. So if you're still adjusting and wiggling a little bit in this class, don't worry. It will get better every time you practice. Just imagine that just by thinking about it, you can allow your body to relax and let go of any tension and stress that you're holding in the stomach. Your thoughts start to wander. Just become curious and observe what's going on within you. Feel the sensation of the body. Observe what thoughts come up for you in this pose and also the associated emotions. Just take note, be curious. No judgment. We're slowly going to release out and move into a happy baby pose. So you can start to bend through the knees and then just hug the knees into the chest. And then you open up through the knees. And if it's accessible to you, you can grab hold of the tops of the feet. The feet face up to the ceiling. If you can't grab hold of the feet, just grab hold of the back of the thighs. If it's too much for you on the bolster or on the pillow, you can just push the pillow away and lie flat on the floor with your back. This is just to release. We won't stay here for too long. Slowly let go. Hug knees into chest. Should feel good. And then we move into Shavasana. So lift up, remove the bolster or the pillow from underneath you, and then allow yourself to lie flat on your back. If you have any discomfort in the lower back, you can use the pillow and place it underneath the knees. So this will reduce the curve in the lower back and should give you relief. Feels really good. Otherwise, just lie flat on your back. Feet are about mat width distance apart. Arms out to the side, palms of the hands face up, and relax down. So in Shavasana, we want to be completely still, completely relaxed, letting go of any physical tension, anything where we're still holding on to control. We want to release and let go. And we try to do the same with the mind and the thoughts as well. Take your focus to your stomach, and with each exhalation, just imagine how everything in the stomach relaxes. Any kind of knots or stress that you have there just dissolves and releases into thin air. Sometimes just imagining it already will help the body to follow the command. Feel your body become heavier and heavier, relaxing into the floor. Stomach keeps releasing and relaxing, letting go. Whenever your thoughts start to wander, bring your attention back to the stomach area. And again, allow it to relax. Allow tension to dissolve completely. gently start to deepen the breath. Bring your awareness into the space. Start to move the toes and fingers, waking up the body. Take an inhale, reach arms up overhead, stretching from fingertips to toes. And as you exhale, hug your knees into your chest. From here, in your own time, make your way back up to seated, keeping the eyes closed and bringing hands to heart center. May you be filled with loving kindness. May you be protected from inner and outer dangers. May you be healthy in body and mind. May you be happy and find true peace. Namaste. Thank you for joining, yogis. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next one.